Every grief fingerprint is unique. And I also feel that when you lose different losses, it's almost unique with each individual as well. That you will grieve with different ways sometimes with a different loss, a different individual. You have to love it. You have to respect where you are and grieve the way you grieve. Be true to yourself with how you experience grief. Own your own grief. What is your grief fingerprint? Now, my wife's in the front row. We don't grieve the same at all. There's not even a similarity in our grief process in one tiny bit. We experienced the awful one day when our pregnant daughter-in-law developed a birth infection, gave birth to a preemie who lived for a very short amount of time and died. It was awful. I was there. His name was Gimli. As a grandparent, you'd never, ever want to experience that. It says here, stop and take a moment to reflect on how you grieve. I grieve like a loner. I want to weep in isolation. I need long private walks with only a dog for company because they don't ask me any questions, right? Or I may choose to go on an exhausting trail run. It's almost an angry run that purges my broken heart. And that will happen almost any time after I help with any kind of loss to this church community. I will go loner on somebody for a while. It's almost, I exit stage right and retreat from people's noise. My wife's grief style is to have many conversation with others. She talks over and over about her deepest feelings and pains with trusted friends. I have the counseling degree, but I don't do that. I choose the wrong first, to be alone, broken, hurting, angry. And then someday I will emerge from that cave, crawling to one friend to talk about my sorrows. After the death of Gimli, I told Kim we're coming to church here. By the way, I shouldn't have come to church that Sunday. Should have given myself permission to not be a pastor. But I said, we'll arrive late and we'll leave early. I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. Not one person. I wasn't ready to talk. Right? I could control the arrival late. I couldn't control the exit early. You know who you are. Kim was suddenly surrounded by friends, talking and talking and talking and talking to her, and they're weeping and they're crying together. And it was my own personal emotional nightmare, right? And an hour and a half, oh, maybe that's exaggerating. Anyway, much later, every minute felt like an hour to me. We finally left, and I sat in our car and said, Kim, you killed me today. So mad. Our grief style clashed at that moment. Every grief fingerprint is unique. And I also feel that when you lose different losses, it's almost unique with each individual as well. That you will grieve with different ways sometimes with a different loss, a different individual. You have to love it. You have to respect where you are and grieve the way you grieve.